Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. This week, we are talking about a special topic, a topic I don't really want to talk about, but I'm feeling some type of way. So I wanted to kind of throw it out there and see how you guys feel. When this video drops, we will be a few days away from the 2024 presidential election. And we all know who's running. And I am really confused. I don't understand how we got to this place. And what I mean by that is when the man that's ran the first time, I did not expect him to have a chance of winning at all. And we learned very clearly at that point that America was not ready for a female president. Because if you can't elect Hillary Clinton against him, then yeah, that's the issue. First of all, you can't get a job at Capital One with a felony conviction, but you can run for president of the United States and hold the office as president of the United States. That makes no sense. And I heard my pastor at my church, he said it this Sunday, I believe. If Kamala Harris was a white man, he would win this election by a landslide. On the other side, if he was a black woman or a black man, he would be in jail. He would not be running for president, or he or she would be in jail. The way that this entire election is going is just so surprising to me, because we have seen very clearly the content of his character over the years, especially while he was president and after, when he lost and refused to give up the office and incited people to overthrow the U.S. government. Again, he should be in jail, but he's running again and, has a fighting chance. Like, they're right there together. I would venture to say that if this was Hillary again, she would probably win. Mainly because I believe that there are some people that voted for him the first time that feel that they made a mistake, and they realize they made a mistake, and they would change that vote. I just don't understand, because this isn't like, I'm not a political person. I don't get into political conversations just because it's not my thing. It's not my area of expertise. And so I just kind of stay in my lane and talk about the things that I know about. I don't study their platforms. I don't know their work history or, their history in other positions that they've held and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't get into all that stuff. However, I do vote. And in this particular election, I feel like the vote is more about the content of the character, because we have seen time and time again with him that he is unable to control his emotions and his temper. He chooses to incite hate and sexist agendas, which to me is like unacceptable. We know he's sexist. We know he's a racist. We know that he gets his news off of the internet. We know that he gets his news off of the internet and from hearsay because he said that in the presidential debate. When he repeatedly said some things that were proven to be false, and they said it to him as he was saying it. They said it during the debate just to make it clear that these things have not been substantiated, blah, blah, blah. Subsequently, it has come out that it was all just a joke that was posted on the internet, and he constantly spit it out his mouth as if it was fact. I am just really looking for some clarity and some understanding as to how he is able to run with felony convictions. It's very disheartening, especially as a woman, and knowing the things that he has, his agenda in terms of his role in having Roe v. Wade overturned, and or the women and the stories that I've been hearing about women not being able to get adequate medical treatment because of these states that are not allowing doctors to perform certain procedures. It really touched me because when I had my youngest son, I was in a situation where my placenta wasn't coming out and I started to bleed out and had to have emergency surgery. I was listening to the story of a woman who experienced something similar and she almost died, as I did, because she could not get medical treatment to handle it when it needed to be handled. Fortunately for me, I was able to get medical treatment, and I can't understand the idea of women being in a hospital or an emergency room or in a place where there are medical professionals that can help them and they can't because they may be subject to jail time. And being threatened, really, like, okay, if you touch her, you'll go to jail for 10, 15 years, whatever it is. I don't get that. I don't understand how we are in 2024 and women cannot make decisions about their own bodies in certain states right now, but sure to be all 50 of them if he gets into office. So this election is extremely important for the future of women, for the future of the young ladies that are growing up behind us, and not just the young ladies, the men too, because there are men that have daughters, they have sisters, all of them have mothers. And so it is interesting that someone would vote for this man knowing that he is pushing an agenda that could possibly hurt the women that they love. It saddens me to know that he is able to push blatant lies about, and not even, because during politics, candidates will often talk bad about each other. They'll put information out to make the other candidate look bad or whatever the case may be, right? We're used to that. This man has been convicted or found guilty of being racially motivated in not allowing people to live in his buildings, his properties. He has been known to hire people to work for his businesses and not pay them. He has been known and heard and recorded talking about grabbing women by the V word and how you just have to, treat them any kind of way because you want to, because you're a male. The fact that people are honestly considering voting for him, knowing these things, makes me question those people. Then I found out there were people that I knew that were going to vote for him or planning to vote for him or have voted for him in the past. And you kind of give them a side eye, like, really? You voted for him? It's almost like putting Bozo the Clown back into the White House. Who would vote for Bozo to be president? Or is it just because he's running against a black woman? It could be because he's running against a woman, period, which is crazy to me also because, like I said, everyone on this planet has a mother, has a grandmother, has a sister, has a daughter. They have at least two of those or have had at some point in their lives. So this whole election and the importance of it at this point is magnified exponentially because of these facts. I hope when you go out and vote next week that you really think about the person that you are putting in the White House and ask yourself, is this someone that I would want controlling my future, controlling, decisions that are made on my behalf? I found out also today, I found this out, that there were voting boxes, ballot boxes that were being set on fire, which was concerning to me because if you dropped your vote in one of those boxes and drove off, pulled off, whatever, and it was set on fire, how would you know that your vote was never counted? I know they said that the FBI and the Secret Service, not Secret Service, the FBI and Homeland Security were investigating. But, they investigated when they tried to overthrow the U.S. government. Some people went to jail, but there were a lot more of them that nothing happened to them. When you go out to vote, think long and hard about the future of this country. I hope that we turn up, that we turn out, that we vote for Kamala Harris as the next president of the United States. I pray that when we wake up the next day, we will be celebrating. Because if not, God help us.